I was so busy trying to take care of everybody else, so busy looking for that love that I was ending up in all the wrong situations.
Some American Idol stars walked away with trophies, fame, and record deals. Others walked away with nothing. These are the 10 beloved contestants who lost careers, stability, identity, and sometimes even themselves, long after the spotlight faded and the world stopped watching. 10. Fantasia Barrino, the Idol winner who lost herself behind the spotlight. Fantasia Barrino entered Season 3 as a force of nature. She won the competition with ease, earned a Grammy, sold more than 1 million records, and became one of Idol's most celebrated champions. But fame did not protect her from collapse. Behind closed doors, she was drowning, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Foreclosure notices arrived at her door. Her father sued her for $500,000. Bankruptcy rumors swarmed the internet.
Tyler Perry, actually, he's a good friend of mine. He would call and check up on me. He was one of the ones that, when I lost everything, he came and blessed me.
Perry helped.
Then came her 2010 overdose, a turning point that revealed how fragile she had become. Fantasia later admitted she felt she had lost everything inside, even though the world believed she was thriving. She survived and rebuilt her life piece by piece, but her fall exposed a painful truth. Winning American Idol does not guarantee a happily ever after. And as Fantasia slowly reclaimed her strength, another Idol star was about to lose everything in full public view. 9. Jessica Sierra, the fan favorite who fell into addiction and jail time. Jessica Sierra captivated viewers during Season 4 with her voice and her fire. But after Idol, her world unraveled in ways few saw coming. Addiction took hold. Legal troubles piled up. Multiple arrests turned her from rising star to tabloid target. She lost industry support, lost financial stability, and lost the reputation she had worked so hard to build.
A lot of animals.
Her final attempt to regain control was entering rehab under Dr. Drew's care. Jessica fought to recover, but the entertainment world had already moved on. The collapse of her career became one of Idol's earliest and most painful warnings about fame, pressure, and vulnerability. Yet her downfall was nothing compared to the scandal that completely erased another contestant's career before it had even begun. E8. Corey Clark, the contestant destroyed by scandal and blacklisting. Corey Clark walked into Season 2 with star potential. Fans loved him, judges praised him, and many believed he could make the top 5. But everything detonated when allegations involving Judge Paula Abdul surfaced. The industry turned its back instantly.
Every time I come to town, I'm being harassed, accosted, intimidated, bullied, and threatened to be arrested by the police, most of the time in front of my kids.
Corey wasn't just disqualified, he was blacklisted. Labels refused meetings. Media mocked him. His lawsuit only made the backlash worse. Whatever career he hoped for vanished overnight. Corey Clark became a symbol of how fast Idol can lift someone up and how much faster it can take everything away. But even scandals weren't the only force capable of wiping out a singer's dreams. Sometimes the industry itself collapses beneath them. 7. LaToya London. The powerhouse defeated by a label's downfall. LaToya London was one of the strongest vocalists of Season 3, praised as part of the legendary Three Divas. Fans expected her to soar after the show. She signed a deal, recorded music, invested time and money, only to watch her entire path vanish when the label went bankrupt. Her debut album, her promotion, her momentum, everything disappeared in a single corporate failure. No scandal, no meltdown, just a silent collapse behind business doors. LaToya was forced to start over as an independent artist, building from scratch what should have been handed to her years earlier. And while LaToya fought to rise again, one of Idol's earliest contestants discovered that losing everything can come from simply telling the truth. 6. Jim Veraros, the trailblazer who lost industry support overnight. Jim Veraros made history in Season 1 as one of the first contestants to openly share his sexuality online. But early 2000s Hollywood wasn't ready for that honesty. Producers asked him to delete his MySpace blogs. The industry quietly distanced itself. PR teams backed off. Labels froze opportunities. Jim didn't lose because of scandal. He lost because he was ahead of his time. His career was derailed not by his talent, but by an industry that wasn't ready for the truth he stood for. He eventually rebuilt his life in LGBTQ spaces. But the mainstream momentum he earned from Idol was gone. And these 5 stories were only the beginning. The next contestants would lose even more: careers, control, identity, and the voices the world once loved. 5. William Hung, the viral sensation who watched fame disappear. Overnight, William Hung became one of the most unexpected stars American Idol had ever produced. His audition went viral before viral culture even existed, turning him into a global meme and an overnight internet celebrity. People laughed, shared, replayed, and quoted him. He performed on talk shows, landed commercials, and even released albums that charted simply because audiences found him lovable. But nobody prepared him for what came after the jokes faded. Hollywood moved on, offers stopped arriving, his fan base evaporated, and the very fame that lifted him became the reason casting directors refused to take him seriously.
We've also got a hung jury. Hit it!
When the spotlight died out, William struggled financially. His music deals ended, income collapsed, and he found himself with no stable path inside entertainment. He had tasted worldwide fame, yet he couldn't build a sustainable career from it. Eventually, he stepped away entirely, rebuilding his life through education, public speaking, and later law enforcement. His rise was loud, but his fall was quiet. William Hung learned what many viral stars learned too late. Fame can be the easiest thing to gain and the hardest thing to keep. And as William rebuilt from the outside, another Idol favorite was watching an entirely different collapse happen from the inside. One that destroyed her career before she even had the chance to show the world what she could truly become. If you're still with us, remember to subscribe. There are more stories ahead that deserve to be told and more voices the world should never forget. 4. Nadia Turner, the star. Whose career collapsed when her label did? Nadia Turner stormed into season 4 with the charisma of a born performer. She was stylish, powerful, controlled, and unforgettable. Fans expected a massive post-Idol career, and so did the industry. She signed a major deal, recorded, planned, and prepared. Everything was lining up for her debut. Then suddenly, the label underwent executive changes. Budgets were frozen, projects were canceled, promotion was slashed, and just like that, Nadia's entire album rollout died before it even lived. She didn't lose because she lacked talent. She lost because the industry shifted. Her momentum was wiped away by corporate restructuring she never caused. The album she poured her heart into never received proper support. The opportunity she earned vanished behind office doors. And like so many artists blindsided by business decisions, she was forced to restart her career with none of the backing she deserved. Nadia Turner's story isn't about scandal or personal collapse. It is about how easily an artist can lose everything simply because someone else in a boardroom made a different choice. But where Nadia faced silence from executives, another Idol contestant faced noise so loud it drowned out his entire identity. 3. Sanjaya Malakar, the teen sensation. Destroyed by mockery and internet ridicule, Sanjaya Malakar didn't just appear on season 6. He dominated the cultural conversation. He became a phenomenon, a lightning rod, a household name. People voted for him, laughed with him, laughed at him, analyzed him, debated him, and memed him into global recognition. But the attention wasn't admiration. It was ridicule. Late-night hosts targeted him. Bloggers mocked him. Strangers harassed him. And social media tore apart his confidence every single week.
The judges can't really judge who would be that kind of personality, but I think sometimes they get a little overboard. I think that a lot of the times...
Behind those smiles, Sanjaya struggled with anxiety, identity loss, and the feeling that the world wasn't laughing with him. They were laughing at him. After the show, the industry didn't take him seriously. Labels weren't interested. Casting directors avoided the controversy. A kid who once stood on the biggest stage in America vanished from mainstream entertainment for years. Sanjaya didn't just lose a career, he lost himself, swallowed by a machine that treated him as a punchline. And while Sanjaya disappeared, another Idol standout learned that even massive viral success doesn't guarantee long-term stability. 2. Haley Reinhart, the viral star who watched her career stall. Haley Reinhart delivered some of the most replayed performances in Season 10. Her raspy tone, her jazz phrasing, and her fearless arrangements turned her into a fan favorite with millions of views long after the season ended. Critics loved her. Music blogs labeled her the one who should have won. And her post-Idol songs gained huge traction online. But when the time came for her label to support her second chapter, everything fell apart.
Not having the labels, breathing over your back per se, it's been cool to just do it my way.
She was dropped, just like that. No explanation, no push, no next step. The momentum she had built evaporated. Haley faced financial stress, emotional burnout, and the crushing reality of an industry that can adore you one moment and abandon you the next. She eventually rebuilt her career through independent releases, voice acting, and collaborations. But the fall itself was painful. Haley's story is proof that viral love doesn't always translate into industry loyalty. Yet even her collapse couldn't compare to the emotional devastation another Idol legend faced, a loss that shattered not his career, but his entire world. 1. Chris Daughtry, the superstar who lost his emotional foundation. Chris Daughtry didn't just succeed after Idol, he became one of the biggest stars the show ever produced. Sold-out tours, #1 albums, Grammy nominations, mainstream respect. But success does not shield the heart. In 2021, tragedy struck when his daughter Hannah died unexpectedly. The loss broke him. He paused his career, canceled shows, and withdrew from the world to grieve the daughter he loved deeply.
It's hard to explain, but seeing them process that and,
I've never
being
heard
a
of that
part
kind
of
of
it.
area.
His marriage strained under the weight of sorrow and depression. Chris openly admitted he felt he had lost everything inside, even though fame and fortune were still technically his. But grief doesn't care about success. It empties everything. Chris fought to rebuild his emotional foundation, piece by fragile piece, relying on music, family, and therapy to survive the darkness. And as Chris found his way forward, he became the final reminder of a heartbreaking truth. On American Idol, some contestants lose votes, but others lose far more than the world ever sees.